Sanja Jamukunda Bhasu Goshadi Gaja Kiva Shankha Baje Gantha Bhaje Baje Karatala Madhura Mridanga Bhage Paramarasala Kiba Baho Kotri Chandra Jene Magdana Ujala Badana Ujala Gala Dese Banamala Kore Jalamala Shiva Shiva Shuka Narada Preme Gada Gada Shiva Bakati Dinodha Theke Gorara Sampada Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Goda, Goda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant, 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 loud, with your heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, everybody, raise arms, raise arms. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. 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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Oh Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. গোবিন্দ জয় জয় গোপাল জয় জয় রাধা রমন হরি গোবিন্দ জয় জয় রাধা রমন হরি গোবিন্দ জয় জয় রাধে রাধে রাধা রমন হরি গোবিন্দ জয় জয় হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কিশোর কিশোরী হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ হরে হরে জয় কিশোর কিশোরী জয় কেশর কিশোরী জয় কিশোর কিশোরী জয় কিশোর কিশোরী জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জয় জগন্নাথ জয় বলদেবা জয় সুভদ্রা জয় জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জয় জগন্নাথ Jaya Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hare Hare Bol Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Ashtotara Shata Shishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Ashtotara Shata Shishimad His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Prince Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Sri Vrindavan Mathura Dhama Ki Sri Mayapur Navadvip Dhama Ki Purushottam Kshetra Sri Jagannath Puri Dhama Ki Ganga Maji Yamuna Mayi Ki Bhakti Devi Shrimati Tulsi Maharani Ki Their most beautiful lordship Sri Sri Kishore Kishori Ki Parama Karuna the most merciful lordship Sri Sri Gaura Vidhaya Ki the most merciful lordship Sri Jagannath Sri Baladev Shrimati Subhadra Maharani Ki Sri Sudarshan Chakra Ki Sri Harinam Sankirtan Jagya Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Oh, glories to the assembled devotees. Oh, glories to the assembled devotees. Oh, glories to the assembled devotees. Oh, glories to Shishiguru and Shigoranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Lara Lara Noine La Hiranyakashipurvaksha Shrilatanga Nagalaye Shrilatanga Ito na Shrimo Parato na Shrimo Yatu Yatu Yamita Tu na Shrima Bahina Shrimo Hina Yena Shrimo Narashringamodim saranam prapaye. Avakarakam lavari nakam Abhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadvita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hari Jaya Jagadish Hari Jaya Jagadish Hari Bhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadvita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hari Jaya Jagadish Hari Jai Jagadish Hari Jaya Nasimhandev Jaya Nasimhandev Jaya Nasimhandev Jaya Nasimhandev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Haribo, Haribo, Haribo Nitego, Haribo Nitego, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo Nitego, Haribo. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Haribo, Haribo, Haribo Nitego, Haribo Nitego, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo Nitego, Haribo. The Shringadev Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Haribo.
Please repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much for being with us this Sunday evening. On behalf of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada and Kishore Kishori, I would like to welcome all of you for our Sunday program. Is there anybody here for the very first time? Okay, anybody else? We have a small gift for you. Oh. Here. Thank you so much for being with us once again, especially the freshers, if I may say so. There is a special request today. We need some volunteers to work, to help our devotees in the kitchen. So if anybody is inspired and wants to help, you may kindly go downstairs in the kitchen and contact the volunteers there. They will have some service for you. And we'll be really very, very grateful that you are getting an opportunity to serve Shri Shri Kishore Kishori. Then about the class today, the speaker is going to be Chaitanya Kishore Prabhu. Let's welcome him with a loud Hari Bol. Hari Bol! Chaitanya Kishore Prabhu is very accomplished devotee. And what I personally like about his presentations is that they are very systematic, and they start in there's a real good flow. Like you start from a point A, and the destination you reach B. It is not like you don't know where you are going. So please switch off your phones and focus on the presentation, because it's going to be a really wonderful topic. Supreme guarantee. All right. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we'll start with some Kirtan. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Prabhupada ki jai. So we'll start with auspicious prayers, which is called Mangalacharan. Those who are here who know, please pray with me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamvitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. All right, so thank you so much for joining for the Sunday Feast program here at Sri Shri Kishore Kishori Temple. So, firstly, thank you so much for, actually, I'm very grateful to be here with all of you today and to get this opportunity to speak. It is said in the scriptures that even though I may not be very qualified here, I feel very unqualified to sit here, so, but it is said in the scriptures, even if you are unqualified, if you speak about Krishna, if you speak something about Krishna, it purifies you. So here I am sitting to purify myself, and in that course of action, if I speak something of value, that is not me, that is all the Guru Ka Parampara or the disciplic succession that we just prayed for. It is their mercy that we can do anything and speak some words of value. So please, listen carefully to what we have to speak. This is all coming from the scriptures. So, okay, there you go. So today's topic is Supreme Guarantee. Yeah. So this month we have been celebrating Lord Narasimha Dev's appearance. For those who are new, I'll give you a brief introduction of who Lord Narasimha Dev is and what is his significance to ISKCON as a community. And so what we're going to talk today is, and in my presentation, I'm going to mention, some pastimes of Lord Narasimha Dev and how so devotees all over the world pray to Lord Narasimha Dev for protection. Yeah, of course, he is the Supreme Lord. We really pray for pure devotion, but while you are in the material world, everybody needs protection. Yeah. And nowhere in this material world you get 100% protection, right? Nowhere you get a guarantee of 100% protection. You go to a store, you buy some electronic device, they will ask you, do you need protection here? So either it is 2 years, 3 years. And amazing enough, for those 2 years, whatever instrument I buy, that works perfectly fine, right? Just after 2 years and 1 day, it will break. So when you call them, you say, okay, you're out of warranty. Yeah. So that is the guarantee that you get in this material world. So it is never, it is temporary. The world itself is temporary. So the guarantee that they can offer is also temporary. So what we're going to talk today is how Krishna promises. So there are certain verses in the Bhagavad Gita. Now from our scriptures, which is Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will see a lot of Sanskrit verses here, but I'll be explaining the meanings for each of those. So, but because we quote them in order to provide authentic reference from the scriptures of how Krishna is giving that guarantee that we're talking about here. So we'll talk about that. So before I go to that, this main topic of supreme guarantee, how Supreme Lord Krishna provides this guarantee, and those who have faith can avail to it and have full peace in their heart, understanding that Krishna is there. Before I go there, I want to understand, or I want to talk about what avatar is. Yeah, avatar. So Lord Narasimha Dev, as we spoke, he is the avatar of Supreme Lord Krishna. Yeah, there is a very beautiful song by one of our Vaishnava acharyas, Jayadev Goswami. It's called Dasa Avatar Shotra, right? It is a song about the 10 prominent avatars of Krishna. Now, as per our scriptures, Krishna's avatar are unlimited. It is like the ocean. We cannot count the waves in the ocean. So, Krishna's avatar or the incarnations of the Supreme Lord are unlimited like that. But just for our understanding, the 10 prominent avatars had been sung by Jayadev Goswami. If you see up there, those are the 10 avatars, the photographs that you see there. So, Lord Narasimha Dev is one of those avatars. Yeah. So, if you see, Lord Narasimha Dev is the fourth from the left, and there is a photo there as well. Yeah. So he's He is the avatar or incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now let's try to understand this word avatar. Yeah, nowadays avatar has been used very loosely. You know, many of the Sanskrit words have been used in contemporary context these days, and avatar is one of those. You know, people when think of avatar, they either think of the movie Avatar, yeah, or they think of some caricature of their own self and putting it on social media and calling it an avatar, right? So that is what people have in their mind. But what is an avatar? You know, from the Sanskrit text, from the Vedic text, what does an avatar mean? Yeah. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is considered to be a hidden incarnation in this age of Kali. So there is a book which basically explains his pastimes. You know, how when he came here, what all things he did. So there is a book in the library as well. It's a very beautiful book. But in that scripture, it mentions what an avatar is. You know, the word avatar actually means avataran. Avataran means somebody coming down. Yeah. Now, where is he coming down from? He's coming down from the spiritual world. So there are two worlds as described in the Vedic literatures. We are in the material world, and there is a spiritual world where the Supreme Personality of Godhead resides in his many forms. Yeah. So that is called avatar. Avataran means one who comes down to the material world. Now, is he coming down like us? Forced to come down based on our karma? No. So he comes down his own accord. Just like a criminal is forced to be in a jail because of his activities, because of his criminal activities. Right? But if a king comes to the jail, he's not coming by force. You know, he comes there to see what is going on, to see if the system is correctly working or not. Yeah. So that is the position of the king. He's coming by his own accord when he wants to see what is going on in the jail, right? So similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he comes to this material world, he comes to his own accord. And we'll see why he comes. You know, what is the purpose behind his coming? You know, what is the need for him to come to this material world? So this is the definition that has been given of avatar in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. It says, Mayatita Paravyoma Sabhara Avasthan Vishve Avatari Dhare Avataranam. What it means is, Lord Krishna's, all these incarnations that we talked about, the 10 incarnations and many more, they actually are not created. It's not a figment of somebody's imagination. They actually reside. They have their own planets in the spiritual world. And when need be, they come down to this material world. Yeah, they come down to this material world to address a specific need or for a specific purpose. You know, and there is evidences of when they come, where they come, and who are their mother and father. You know, all these descriptions are there. So this avatar means somebody who is coming down, avataran. So this is actual meaning of avatar, right? Now, when Prabhupada was here, our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada was here. He came here in 1960s, yeah, way back. And that time, the yoga philosophy was very much new for the Western audience. Even in India, it was known a lot, but the actual essence of the scriptures were not known. So at that time, anybody who had some material power or can show some magical feats. So now there is a process of yoga. You know, when we think of yoga, it is basically somebody sitting in a posture meditating, right? So that process is there still. And there are many yogis who live in Himalayas and, you know, out of this world, and they basically go and meditate. And they acquire some material powers by which they can do certain extraordinary things which an ordinary person cannot do. Yeah. So like levitating, some of the examples are like that, you know, like walking on water. These are some of the things that yogis can do. It is a material science that can be learned, which they know, we don't know. So what happens when such people sometimes, in India mainly, you know, Prabhupada used to say there are a lot of gods loitering on the street. Because what he meant is there were so many such people who would come and claim that I'm God. I'm an avatar. I have come from the spiritual world to save you guys. And people who are not well read or who are not, you don't understand, you know, what avatar means. They take him as God and they start worshipping that person as God. And because, you know, at some point of time, they get cheated. and the faith is completely destroyed. Correct. So it is said, if you lose money, you've lost nothing. You will gain money again. If you lose health, you lost something. But if you lose faith, you lose everything. Because, actually, our day-to-day life is based on faith. Yeah. Even to board a plane is a matter of faith. I know. Of course, it is not a blind faith. It is something which we analyze and understand. But I'm sure that the pilot who is, flying my plane is qualified enough to take me to the destination. So that faith is always there. So if you lose faith, it is all gone. So that is why this whole imposters in the avatars or these people who are the powerful people who can do some extraordinary feats, when they claim themselves to be God, they're cheating people. Their faith is lost, and that's why they cannot trust the real God, real avatars, basically. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was one such incident in his Leela as well. So one time, many of his associates, or common people came. They were in Vrindavan, which is a city in India, and they started saying that at night, in a certain particular in the river Yamuna, there is this Krishna dancing on the hoods of Kalia. So there is a pastime where Lord Krishna, who is Supreme Lord, is killing a demon or is killing a very poisonous serpent whose name was Kalia. So that was done like 5,000 years ago. Krishna did that particular pastime. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just came 500 years ago, in this age. So they said that, we know, some people are saying that Krishna is dancing on Kalia. Yeah, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay, you can go and see, I don't want to see. They came multiple times, So one time his servant, he got inquisitive, I want to go and see what is going on, why people are saying like that. Maybe I'll miss something, I want to go and see. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then started quoting this verse here, This is actually a conversation between him and one of his very close disciples. But what he's saying is, the avatar, Krishna is not going to take avatar in this age. That is written in the scriptures, right? So whatever people are saying is just a hallucination, is illusion. He was able to figure that out. Yeah. So what he says is, there is the author of the Vedas, the Vedic literature is Vedavyas. He is a literary incarnation of Krishna, which means Krishna comes here to give you the scriptures. So he is basically noting down when and where particular incarnations will come. So that is already given in the scriptures, which was written 5,000 years ago. Because he was able to foresee the future, he was telling, these are the places and these are the times when the Supreme Personality of Godhead can appear. So this is the verse that comes in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sarvagya munira vakya shastra praman amasabha jivera haya shastra dwara gyan. So Vedic literatures composed by Mahamuni Vedavyas are evidence of all scriptural or spiritual existence. So only through these scriptures can one attain knowledge of the spiritual world. Yeah, there is no other way to know, whether there is a spiritual world or not. The scriptures are basically giving us that information. Yeah, so that is the only way where one can know that. And then he says that if an avatar comes, he doesn't say that I am avatar. He never says that. Okay, what people know is basically through his activities. When an avatar of a Supreme Lord comes, those activities, his characteristics, how he looks, what he does, is mentioned in the scriptures. And they tally, okay, this person is doing the same things that is mentioned in the system. It is a time when he's supposed to come. So yes, he is avatar. That is what basically how learned people who are wise, they are able to figure this out. It is not that Krishna comes and then, advertises, I am avatar here, No, it's not like that. So this is one of the very prominent indication. If somebody is telling you that I am avatar, most probably he is not. Right? So that is the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, avatar nahi kahe ami avatar. He says, avatar doesn't say that I am avatar. Muni sabha gyani kare lakshana vichar. Lakshana vichar means based on his activities, lakshan, symptoms. Based on his symptoms, Vedavyas has written already. These are the symptoms of an avatar. And that is how we will be able to come to know. right? So how is Lord Narsimha Dev an avatar? Yeah, let's try to understand that. In Srimad Bhagavatam, which is another book written by Srila Vedavyas, and he is writing these scriptures. He has written four prominent Vedic literatures: the Rig Veda, Athar Veda, Yajur Veda. All these four Vedas. He has written 108 Upanishads. He has written 18 Puranas, and he has given a plethora of itihasas, which is the histories, historical evidences. And if you read his writings, it is very difficult to decipher for ourselves if we read directly the Sanskrit writings, because we don't have that kind of acumen in this age. So we need some help. That's why Prabhupada has given us translations and purports of how we can understand this. So in that, there is one Purana called Srimad Bhagavatam, which is called the ripened fruit. It is basically it is our main Purana, one of the main scriptures that we refer to. So that Purana mentions this avatar of Narsimha Dev. This is a conversation between Lord Brahma, who is the creator of this world, and Narad Muni. Yeah. So, and Vedavyas ji is writing this. What he's saying? Traipistaporo bhayahasa narsimha rupam kritva brahmadbrukuti damshra karala vaktram daitendramasau gadayabhipantanta arad urau nipatya vidadhara nakhai spurantam. So the personality of Godhead assumed the incarnation of Narsimhadev in order to vanquish the great fears of demigods. Okay. He killed the king of demons Hiranyakashipu, who challenged the Lord with a club in his hand by placing the demon on his thighs and piercing him with his nails, rolling his eyes in anger and showing his fearful teeth and mouth. So you see the photo here, that's what the position is. He was keeping Hiranyakashipu on his lap and he's tearing him apart. Yeah. So I'll give you a little background of what this story is about. Who is Hiranyakashipu and why he's tearing Hiranyakashipu apart. Yeah. So there was in ages like in Satya Yuga, which is way back, in some age, in very, very long back, there was a very demoniac person. He was a king of this world, but he was very demoniac in nature. Now, demons are not somebody who look very fierce or who look very, ugly. That's not the demon. Demon is by his activities, by his thought, A person who can be looking very beautiful may have activities which are very abominable. And, that is what a demon means. Demon means one who is against the Supreme Lord, who does not believe in the Supreme Lord. He thinks himself to be the Lord. Yeah, that is a demon. That is a mentality, basically. So Hiranyakashipu was like that. He was one of the... he was very powerful. He was the king of this world. And he used his power to create a lot of disturbance in the society. Yeah, and it was not just in this earth planet, but even say in the heavenly planets. Yeah, there are three worlds, three planets, say heavenly planets also. He was creating a lot of disturbance. And that is what basically disturbed the demigods. Demigods are somebody who is controlling this universal affairs. So they were also disturbed by his power. Yeah, they couldn't do anything about him because he was so powerful. So, and how did he acquire that power? He acquired this power by doing a lot of austerities. Now, when you do austerities, when you do penances, you get some certain material powers. So this person, Hiranyakashipu, he went to a secluded place in a hilly range, and then basically he started meditating on Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is the creator, secondary creator of this universe. And now while he was meditating, or while he was doing the austerities, he was creating so much disturbance for the demigods because they knew that what is his intention. That the reason why he was doing the austerities was to destroy them, the demigods. So that is the reason why they were afraid. So they asked Lord Brahma to go and stop him, somehow or other stop him from doing these austerities, because he's creating a lot of disturbance in everybody's minds. So what did Lord Brahma do? He came in front of Hiranyakashipu and he said, "What do you want? Why are you doing so severe austerities?" So Hiranyakashipu asked, as most of the demons would ask, "I want to be immortal. I don't want to die." That is what he asked for. Now, Lord Brahma said, "That is not possible, because I myself die. I cannot give you something which I am not. I also die after some time, although my life is very long, but I die. so I cannot give you this boon. So Hiranyakashipu thought, that I will fool Lord Brahma. Okay, so he started asking the same boon in a roundabout way. Yeah. So what he said, give me a boon by which, nobody in your creation can kill me. Okay. I do not die inside a house or outside the house. I don't die in the air or in the ground. I don't die with any weapons. Okay. These are some of the boons he asked for. So then Lord Brahma said, okay, I'll give you this boon. And now Hiranyakashipu became very proud. He thought, now nobody can beat me, because I am the king of this world. I got the power. Nobody is able to kill me anymore. So I can do whatever I like. That is what he got, that feeling. And now that he started creating havoc. Now this was a person who hated Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. So he started destroying everything that Lord Krishna likes. Yeah. Like the devotees. And he used to start, Lord Krishna likes to do a lot of, he likes the yagyas and the mantras and the brahmanas and everything and cows. So he started killing and, destroying all of these people and created a lot of problems for people. Yeah. So what happened is, this is how Krishna manages the affairs. It's very interesting. So his wife, while he was doing the austerities, his wife, her name was Kayadu. She was pregnant. Yeah. And demigods foreseeing that he's going to become this Hiranyakashipu is evil, they thought the child in the womb of Kayadu will also be similar to his father. So they kidnapped her and, they kidnapped Kayadu and they were taking her away in a different place, so that they were thinking that as soon as the child is born, we'll kill him. Yeah. So this Narad Muni, who is a saintly person, he came and told the demigods, okay, you know what? You don't know who that person is there in the womb. He's a great devotee of Krishna. Yeah. So don't do anything to him. And he took Kayadu to a different, to his own hermitage, and he was instructing her on the lessons he was instructing her about spiritual life and devotional service. And as most of us, when we hear boring lectures like today, we fall asleep. Kayadu also fell asleep. Okay, so she was like dozing off. And but Prahlad Maharaj, he was inside the womb. He was hearing this. He was hearing this, and he got very much interested, and he became a devotee of the Lord. Now one can understand. One can think, how is an embryo can hear? Yeah, so vibrations make a lot of difference. Even if you don't understand certain things, but if the vibrations are pious, it has a kind of an impression on your mind. Yeah, it depends. That is how it basically comes through. So Prahlad Maharaj, his name is Prahlad, his son, Kayadu's son, who was Hiranyakashipu's son, he was in the womb. He was hearing this, and he became a great devotee. Yeah. So now you see the dynamics. In the same family, there is a person who hates Krishna and a person who is the ultimate devotee of the Lord who loves Krishna. So this happened. So this guy, this Prahlad, he grew up after some time. When he was 5 years old, he was sent to the school, and there they were teaching him everything but Krishna consciousness. Yeah, so that is how that school was. And so Prahlad was a born devotee. So he was basically in the break time, he would go and talk to Krishna, talk to the friends about Lord Krishna, and he would make them also devotees. So the teachers became afraid because they were in the school of Hiranyakashipu. If they come to know about this, if Hiranyakashipu comes to know about this, the teachers will have to die. Yeah. So then they went and complained to Hiranyakashipu. This is what your son is doing. So he tried to pacify him a couple of times. Hiranyakashipu tried to pacify him, forget about all this, where are you learning all this from? Go and study what I want you to study, become a ruler of this world, try to be powerful, try to rule other people like that. So he was trying to tell that. But Prahlad never changed. Yeah. So at one point, Hiranyakashipu was so angry with him that he wanted to kill him. Because he said, if this guy does not get killed, all the other people will look at him and become devotees of Krishna. So I have to somehow or other kill Prahlad. So father is thinking of killing his own son. Yeah. So this is a real incident that happened. Now Prahlad Maharaj, he never was afraid of that, though. He was trying to kill him. He tried so many things. Srimad Bhagavatam explains a lot of things that he tried, like Hiranyakashipu tried to kill him with weapons, to throw him from a cliff, to put him in a pit of snakes. He tried everything. But somehow or other, Lord Krishna, some ways, he would always save him, save Prahlad. Yeah. So now, at one point, Hiranyakashipu was completely furious. Yeah. So he was asking, Prahlad was standing right there and he was asking, where are you getting your power from? I tried to kill you in so many ways, but you're not getting killed. Where are you getting your power from? So Prahlad said, I'm getting the power from the same place you are getting your power. I'm getting my power from the Supreme Lord Krishna. So then Hiranyakashipu said, what is Krishna? Where is your Krishna? So Prahlad said, he's everywhere. Krishna is all pervading, he's everywhere. So then in the fit of fury, Hiranyakashipu, there was a pillar there and he said, is your Krishna here? So he said, yes, he's there also. So he took a club, Hiranyakashipu took a club and hit the pillar very loudly. What happened after that? Maybe I woke up somebody. So what happened is, this form of Lord Narasimha, half man, half lion form, came out of the pillar. Yeah, very, very wonderful form for devotees and very scary form for the demons. Hiranyakashipu was completely shocked to see this huge form of a half man, half lion. Yeah, and he came, and of course there was fight, and then he was killed the way you see there. I'll in the next slides I will show you why he killed him like that. The photo that you see here is that of our DT in Mayapur, which is our headquarters, international headquarters. So this DT, this form of Narasimha Dev, he is ready to pounce. This form is like that. This form is like he's ready to pounce upon Hiranyakashipu just before he's coming out of the pillar. That's the form this form is depicting. It's called Ugra Sthanu Narasimha. Yeah, Ugra Sthanu. Ugra means he's angry. Ugra Sthanu Narasimha. And there is a very beautiful story on how he came to Mayapur also. Now that is for some other time, because a couple of weeks ago, Prabhupada Maharaj sent a link to a book which has multiple pastimes of Lord Narasimha Dev. This, how this DT was installed in Mayapur is one of those pastimes. Very wonderful pastimes. If you get a chance, you should read that. But this is the form, Ugra Sthanu Narasimha. It's a very beautiful DT. If you get a chance to go to Mayapur, do take the darshan of this wonderful DT. Now, what is the purpose for which an avatar appears? Yeah, this is what we will try to understand. Now, in this case, when we heard about the story of Narasimha Dev, he came to kill Hiranyakashipu and at the same time protect Prahlad. Yeah, actually, main reason why he comes is for his devotees. So these are two verses from the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, this is a very famous verse. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sarjamyam. He says, wherever there is a problem with the following religious practices, I appear in this world. And the next verse says, Paritranaya, why he comes? Paritranaya sadhunam. Three purposes he comes for. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkratam, dharma sansthapanarathaya sambhavami yugya. What it means is, Paritranaya sadhunam means for protecting my devotees. Yeah, vinashaya cha dushkratam means to kill the demons. And dharma sansthapanarthaya means to establish religious principles. Yeah. So these are the three prominent reasons for which Krishna appears in this world in different forms, in different times. Yeah. So Lord Narasimha Dev also appeared for that prominent, for these particular reason. Yeah. So this is the purpose of avatar, why the avatar comes. Now there is a guarantee given by Krishna. I will come to the main subject of the guarantee, the supreme guarantee. What is the guarantee Krishna is giving? Now, Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjun. Arjun was his very dear friend and a devotee. He was trying to, there was a battle between relatives, and Arjuna was very much perplexed. How can I kill my own grandfather? How can I kill my own guru? He became totally perplexed. So this time when Krishna is instructing him about the principles of religion. And in that, in the 9th chapter, 31st verse, this particular phrase comes. Konteya pratijani name bhakta pranashyati. He says, O Kunti, O son of Kunti, declare, son of Kunti is Arjuna, declare boldly that my devotee will never perish. This is a guarantee Krishna is giving. No matter what, my devotee will never perish. This is 100% protection that he is giving us. Yeah, guarantee. Now, why he is telling Arjuna to say that? Why doesn't he himself say that? He's saying, okay, Arjuna, you say that. I'm not going to say that. Any answers? Why? Any thoughts? Kind of, yeah. That is one of the things. And the main reason is his love for his devotee. He is called Bhakta Vatsal, means he loves his devotee a lot. Now, why he is telling Arjuna to tell? If you understand Krishna's pastimes in Mahabharata and other places, he himself has broken his own promise many times. So he's saying that I may break my promise, but if my devotee promises, I will never break it because I love my devotee. I want to make sure his word is always guarded, is kind of true. That's the main reason why he says, Arjuna, you tell. Because if you tell, then I am bound. I have to basically do what you're saying. So that is the reason why he says that. Yeah. So this is a guarantee, 100% guarantee. And time and again, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures, you will see Krishna comes through and basically protects his devotees in many, many, many forms. Yeah, and many, many ways. This is one of the examples, Hiranyakashipu's. Now, the story we heard, and I told you how Hiranyakashipu in a roundabout way asked for immortality. Yeah. So it's like a guarantee card. He asked for a guarantee card. And what was that in the guarantee card? He will not be killed by anything living or dead. Nothing can kill him. He cannot be killed by anybody who is created by Lord Brahma. Not killed by any weapons. Will not be killed in a day or in night. Will not be killed inside or outside. Will not be killed in the ground or air. Yeah, this is the guarantee card that Hiranyakashipu is asking for. And he got it. Yeah, he got it. But as I said, guarantees in material world are always temporary. So that's what will happen with him. And what is Prahlad? There are now three characters we're talking about. Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad, and Lord Narsimhadev himself. Yeah. So Hiranyakashipu wanted to get a guarantee in this material world. And he got all these things because of his lot of hard work that he did. Yeah. He got what he wanted. What was Prahlad's faith? Prahlad didn't do much of an austerity, but he was a great devotee. He was always thinking of Krishna, right? So his guarantee was the word of Krishna. I just mentioned, Kaunteya pratijani name bhakta pranashin. So he had full faith. Krishna, I have full faith in you. So this is one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam which he says, Naivot tuje parah duratyaha vaitaranasya tadviragayan mahamrita magna chitta soche tato vimukachetasa indriyartha maya sukham bharam udvato vimudan. So he's saying that for me, as a devotee, I have no problem. He says, I fully trust your words. Yeah. So whenever I feel, scared or I have something, I just remember you and I'm happy. Yeah, but I am concerned. This is the nature of a devotee. He says, I'm concerned for all these other people who are striving so hard to get all these guarantees, in this material world, to be happy. So he calls them Vimudhan. Vimudhan means Vishesh Prakare Mudha. Vishesh Prakare means special fools, because they're trying to make a permanent situation in a temporary place. Yeah, that is why he thinks like that. So that is Prahlad Maharaj's complete faith in Krishna's guarantee. Now, how did Narsimhadev protect? Yeah. So we saw the guarantee card of Hiranyakashipu. Yeah. What happened? The first guarantee will not be killed by anything living or dead. Yeah. Narsimhadev's nails. That is how he killed Hiranyakashipu. Yeah. When this half man, half lion form came out, he had some fight with Hiranyakashipu, but at the end, he killed him with his nails. He tore him apart. So in our there is a hospital in our Bombay center, Bhaktivedanta Hospital, and in that hospital, in the operation theater, there is a big photo of Lord Narsimhadev right there. So any patient who comes there, he sees Lord Narsimhadev. So one patient actually asked, why you have a photo of this half man, half lion with somebody, he's tearing somebody and all that. So he said he is the first surgeon. You know, so if something happens, you go directly. So that is what it is. So he killed with his nails, you know, and nails are not considered living or nor dead. You know, they're growing. So we cannot, you know, it looks like they're living, but you know, it does not have any life. It is not also dead. Yeah, so not living, not dead. So second guarantee. So the first guarantee from the guarantee card of Hiranyakashipu, striked out. Yeah, and not striked out. Actually, he approved. I mean, he didn't violate that guarantee. Hiranyakashipu. I mean, Lord Narasimhadev. Okay. Now, second one, will not be killed by anybody created by Lord Brahma. Now, this form of half man, half lion is not a creature of this world. Yeah. So it's a very wonderful creation, and that is coming from the spiritual world. It is not a creation of this world. So second guarantee, there is no problem with that. You know, he kept that guarantee also. Will not be killed by any weapons. Again, nails are not considered to be weapons. Yeah, they are nails. Third guarantee also kept. Will not be killed in day or night. So this is when he was having this fight. He came in around, I think, the dusk time. Dusk time is when there is evening going into the night. Yeah, so it is not evening, it is not the day, it is not even night. It is in between. So that is the time when Lord Narasimhadev appeared and he killed Hiranyakashipu. So again, will not be killed inside or outside. So if you see, I don't think this photo shows that, but he was killed at the entrance. He was neither inside, he was nor outside. He was at the entrance of his palace. Okay. And will not be killed on the ground or air. He was killed on the lap of Lord Narasimha. That's why I said, you know, why he's in the lap? Because he was not supposed to be killed on the ground or in the air. He was killed in the middle, right? So this is how Krishna's, we try to fool the creator, but you should understand, you know, he is our creator. So sometimes, you know, our kids think that, oh, you know what, I'm smart. I learned all these gadgets, new gadgets, and I'm teaching my dad, so I'm very smart. But after all, he's dad, you know, he's supreme dad. So he cannot fool him. So that's what it is. So Hiranyakashipu's guarantee card did not save him, you know. He had all these guarantees. He won't be killed and this and that. But Krishna found a different way which we cannot even think about, you know, how that happened. So what can we learn from this? What can we learn from these descriptions? Right. So understanding the scriptures, from the avatar principle, we understand that we need to make sure that before considering somebody as an avatar, we refer to the scriptures. You know, we use our intelligence. Sometimes what happens, people come to spiritual life and religious life and they think everything will be taken care by God and they switch off their intelligence. Now that's not what Krishna is asking us to do. You know, Prabhupada never ever said that you don't, you know, just believe blindly. He gave so much of literature, so much of analysis for us to scrutinizingly study the scriptures and understand properly who is who, right? And then we will never be cheated. So we should be very careful because imposters will kill our faith. And that faith, if it is once lost, it is very difficult to get it back. It is very difficult. So we should always be protecting our faith. Yeah, and that requires intelligent introspection. Yeah, we can have faith in something, you know, intelligent faith, basically understanding it through the process of knowledge and then have faith in that. But after that, we also have to make sure we protect our faith. You know, we don't lose it to somebody who can come and just, you know, just take it like that. That's why reading scriptures intelligently will sharpen our intelligence. Scrutinizingly discussing this with others will sharpen our intelligence. And that is why we will never be cheated. So in this whole pastime, God was realized by both, by Hiranyakashipu and also by Prahlad. Prahlad saw Lord Narasimhadev as his worshipable Lord, but Hiranyakashipu saw him as death personified. Yeah, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Mrityu sarva sharas chaham, which means if people who don't believe me, you know, they see me as form of death, at the time of death, as death. Because at the time of death, it takes away everything that you have accumulated. Yeah. So in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, he says, time I am time. He is a destroyer of everything. So that is a representation of Krishna. By time, death will come, as sure as death, and it will take away everything. So Hiranyakashipu was seeing Krishna in the form of death. But now the choice is ours, what we want to do. So if we develop our faith by associating with like-minded devotees, then we can actually see Krishna as Prahlad did, rather than waiting till the point of death to see Krishna as a form of death, right? So that is our choice. This is one of the lessons that we can take from this. As I said, Lord Narasimhadev also came here and he fulfilled these three things for which he is to come, right? So Paritranaya Sadhunam, he protected Prahlad. Vinashaya cha Dushkritam, he killed Hiranyakashipu and re-established the principles of religion. Because the demoniac king was killed, he re-established Prahlad in his place and he was able to rule in a religious way. Yeah. And finally, God's words are supreme guarantee. As he said, "No me bhakta pranashyati." So there is no chance of his words becoming false. Why is that? Because he's absolute truth. How can absolute truth lie? You see? So his words are full of truth. And the problem with us is, it is not that, sometimes when he says certain things, we don't see it happening. We think, okay, the words are not right. The scriptures are not telling the right thing. It is not that. Sometimes the things that the Supreme Lord does is beyond our understanding. So we need to develop our faith into how he is acting, what is his nature. That requires a lot of introspection and also associating with people who have that faith. When we associate with people who have this pure faith and you see their lives, we get inspired. We get that faith. Yeah. So that association is very important to have our strong faith developed. Yeah, so that association is, conviction will come, conviction in God's words will come when we associate with pure faithful devotees. And that is the reason why we conduct the Sunday feasts. We want people to come here to associate with them, hear about Krishna, see the form of the deities, chant together, and develop our faith together. Read the scriptures properly with advanced devotees who come. Many times they come, they speak, and they transfer that faith to us. So that is what is required. And as I said, material solutions will not provide permanent relief. All guarantees of this world will fail. Because 3 minutes, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So Hiranyakashipu's example, he had the guarantee card. Nothing worked out for him. Yeah, because Krishna mentions that this place is Dukkhalayam and Asashvatam. It is full of misery and temporary. Yeah, so all any solutions derived materially will also have material or temporary benefits. Yeah, nothing permanent. So what should we do? We should look for spiritual solutions. Yeah, so it is said that we plan to hope to succeed in our goals. Yeah, we plan. So we hope to succeed in our goals, but God succeeds in his plans always. Yeah. So if we align our plans and our goals with that of Krishna's, with God's, then we have a happy life. We have a spiritual life. We have a solution to our problems. Yeah. So how to do that? And what is Krishna's plan? That is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. In the 18th chapter, 66th verse, he says, Sarva dharmam parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshaisyami ma shucha. He says, don't worry, you surrender unto me. Take shelter of me. How? Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskaru mam eva prapadyante maya metam daranti. So he says that you basically take shelter of me and I will deliver you. I will take you. I will take all your problems. That is what he's saying. That is his plan. That is the reason why he comes here. He sends his devotees so we can be awakened to this principle and engage in his service. Right? So these are some of the lessons that we can learn. So we understand things. So do we not have any? So the idea is, should we only look for spiritual solutions and not have any material goals? That's not what we are saying. What Bhagavad Gita says is we have to maintain a balance. In today's world, most of the people are only focused on material goals. The spirituality is really zero. There is no inquiry about higher principles of life. Yeah, that is the problem in today's world. So we need to have a balance. Yes, material goals are important. We do need to maintain our body. but we also need to have our spiritual goals clear. What are we supposed to do? What is the purpose of life? Why are we here? What are we trying to do here? So all these questions should be answered, and that is what Krishna is giving in the form of Bhagavad Gita. So we understand things as it is. Material solutions are for material problems. They will be temporary. If we understand that they will be temporary, we will be happier, rather than having this illusion that, our material solutions will give me permanent happiness. That is not going to work. Yeah. So that's what we are saying. So in summary, that is what 4 things we said. Understanding of God and His incarnation should be obtained through bona fide scriptures. God's guarantee is supreme. We must nourish our faith in them to feel completely confident. Material solutions will provide temporary solutions. Understanding the utility and limitations and aspiring for some spiritual goal is what we should be aiming for. And association of pure devotees of the Lord, like-minded devotees of the Lord, is what we should be always engaged in, to look for that association. Yeah. So that is what I wanted to share. This is one mantra, very, very important mantra. And I'll just recite this. We can all recite this once. It is already there on the board there. If you can read it, please recite, whoever can recite. This is a mantra for protection. It's in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And it is a very strong, powerful mantra. And we will read the translation after we recite this mantra. If you can, please, chant with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namah Tejas Tejase Aviravir Bhava. Vajranakha Vajradamshtraha Karma Shayan Randhaya. Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Abhayam Atmani Bhuishtha Om Shram. So what is saying? I offer my respectful obeisance unto Lord Narasimhadev, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possesses nails and teeth just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activity in this material world. Please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance, so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. So very beautiful mantra. It is requesting the Lord to destroy all the dirt in our heart through His nails. It's a protection mantra. So if you want, you can chant this every day. It's a very beautiful mantra. So thank you so much. I think we are out of time. We'll not be able to take any questions. But thank you so much for listening so patiently. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So I think the next part of the program is the prasadam boxes should be ready outside. And, please go and take them. And we have Kirtan at 7 o'clock. Yeah, we have Kirtan at 7 o'clock. So please do come back for that. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Haribo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Haribo, Krishna. Rama Rama, double time, double time, double time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yo! Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Bolo. Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Double time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Bolo, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, oh, Hare Hare, oh. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Boom! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hold on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gora, Haribo. Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gora, Haribo. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya, Jaya, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya, Jaya, Prabhupada. Go, Premanandi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, yeah, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
You can settle on that side. Make sure you play the cartel. Huh? Oh, you can. Violet. Do you have the sports paper one? Yeah. All right, we're gonna go. Start it off. Okay. And then we'll do that for 30, 40 seconds. Then we'll do the regular.
The regular, which one?
Very good. Better at that. Just for
Yeah. And then we'll just as an introduction, then we'll do the rest the same. Yeah.
What's the regular?
Ta.
Is it the regular?
Yeah. The only one we know. Good thing the contract didn't ring. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. He knows what we're gonna do. What card? Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. No. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's slow this down. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Drum roll.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
You could take a break while she plays. You could take a break. Play in a few minutes. You can. Just take a break.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I don't know if she here. Maybe so. I didn't get it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Not the second part. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The second part. Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. One last time. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Help me out. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori. Jaya
Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gornanitai, Jaya Gornanitai, Jaya Gornanitai, Jaya Gornanitai. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We're gonna take it. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You wanna play that one? Here we go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Hello. Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo. Gaura Haribo, Shubho